everybody, welcome to today's video. My name is Montana Buck, and in today's video I created this makeup look here. It's very smoky, but it's not too dramatic. We left out the wing liner, but we did go with the cut crease and a nude matte lipstick. I wanted to leave the gloss out as well as the thick winged liner because I just kind of wanted to change things up a bit and just have fun with it. And do something a little bit different. So I really hope that you guys enjoy this look, and if you would like to see how I created it, then just keep watching. Alrighty guys, let's jump into this tutorial. So as of right now, I have no makeup on my skin. My chest is a little bit red as I just did get out of the shower, and I have very sensitive skin. I've noticed that lately, like when I get out of the shower, my skin is so red. It's really weird, but without further ado, let's get into the tutorial. I'm going to go ahead off camera, slap on some eyebrows. Okay, brows are applied. I went ahead and carved them out with some of my ColourPop No Filter Concealer, and it's like $6 or $7. This is so awesome. I'm in the shade Medium 20 right now. Let's go ahead and just move right into foundation. The foundation that we're going to be using today is by a brand called Revolution, or Makeup Revolution London. I'm not sure. I'm sorry. I apologize if I'm saying this the wrong way. But it looks like this is their Conceal and Define Full Coverage Foundation. This is in the shade F8. I'm just going to actually begin applying this all over the face. The only thing that I don't really like about this foundation, just straight off the bat, is that it's going to go back into the bottle after you're using the applicator tip to apply the foundation to your skin. So this could be like a sanitation problem. Not could be, it is. I don't use my personal makeup products on other people, so I guess that this might be okay, just for me, because we're not going to use it on anybody else. Underneath, and then I have some redness like here in the center, so I just want to like take this down, kind of get that all over. Paint me. And then I'm going to pick up my foundation brush, the Sigma Flat Kabuki F80 brush. I use this brush in pretty much every single one of the tutorials that I've ever filmed. This is just a really good one. It doesn't leave me any streaks or anything, so that's nice. I'm just using this foundation to cover up any redness on the skin. I do have a couple breakouts right now. One like right here next to the nose, a couple around my mouth, and I guess that's it right now. Yeah, so we just kind of want to get rid of those a little bit. This is a really nice coverage foundation. I really like it. I wouldn't say that this is full coverage, but I would say that this is medium coverage. Really like this. I've been wearing this on and off now for a little bit over 2.5 weeks, maybe even 3.5 weeks actually. And it's not too heavy, it's not too drying, and I don't see it settling in any weird rough patches or any dry patches or anything like that. So moving on to concealer, this is my ColourPop No Filter Concealer in the shade Medium 20. This shade was a little bit too light on me when I first initially did my fake tan, but as the tan starts to wear off a little bit and as time goes on, I find that the concealer does match me. So I like to put this just right under the eyes to conceal any dark circles, a little bit over the chin. There's that breakout. And then picking up my Real Techniques Beauty Sponge. This is damp and it is clean. So I'm going to begin pressing this into the chin. Blend the nose. Next thing I want to do is go ahead and apply another concealer, but this concealer is darker. We're not using this to brighten or highlight any areas. We're going to use this to contour, but we're going to use a cream. So we're going to use concealer, cream concealer to contour, the triple C's. This is my LA Girl Pro Conceal High Definition Concealer in the shade Toast. This is a very popular product. I like to kind of give it a little swirl and then stopping like right here. So just like this. I drag it up into the temple and then up, even up into the hairline a little bit like that. So now I want to go ahead with that dampened sponge and begin just pressing the concealer into the skin. I try to work fairly quickly with this product because I find that if I wait too long, it'll kind of sit there and start to set itself. So just a reminder to kind of move quickly with this product. Hello, bun. That is a bun. I need to fix this. I'm so sorry. Oh my god. That's not any better than how we started. Okay, moving on. So, a couple little swirlies, and then go into the temple. Oh, bun, please cooperate with me. Thank you. Amen. I try to bring it up into the hairline as close as I can because obviously my scalp is like not that tan and not that bronze. So I just do my best, okay? Okay. I'm gonna go in with some powder. I'm gonna pick up my Too Faced Born This Way powder in the translucent option. This powder has become my new everyday baking powder. I really love it. It's so, so, so soft. If you guys like touch it with your finger and just do one of these, so nice. So what I want to do is pick up this brush here. This is a Morphe M438. This is kind of like tapered like this. Just kind of like pressing the powder in, just being very gentle. Like so. You want to take a little bit of this and just kind of fluff it over the eyelids. This is also going to help to prepare us for when we go in with some eyeshadows later. Across the chin, as this was an area we applied concealer, and also over the nose, as this is an area of the face that I do tend to get very, very oily throughout the day. Fluffier brush here. This is just a fluffy bronzing face brush. So I'm just going to dip whatever is left onto this brush and just swirl it on top of that darker concealer that we laid down for our bronzer. The reason why I'm going over the cream with a powder is because I'm going to go in with another bronzer, but it's going to be a powder bronzer. And so applying the powder bronzer on top of the powder translucent powder is going to help to actually make the bronzer blend more seamlessly. So this is a nice step to keep in mind to do if you are cream contouring and you want to layer it up and deepen it and darken it with a little bit more bronzer. If you're super extra and obnoxious like me and you need 5 bronzers, everything's looking pretty good at this point. Okay, so now we can go ahead and move on to our powder bronzer that I was just talking about. It's my favorite part because this stuff smells so good. This is the Too Faced Dark Chocolate Soleil Bronzer. Oh, you guys, smells so, so, so good. I'm sick and I can still smell it. It's so good. So I'm just like kind of tapping this onto another bronzer brush here. I do like to bring my bronzer up. I find that this helps my face to look a little bit more narrow, and it gives me that shadow effect that I personally like to achieve. If I start too low, I find that my cheeks end up looking bigger. I want to start up higher and then stop right about here, starting in circular motions in the temple. Same thing on the other side as well. Next, I want to pick up this little fluffy brush here, and I'm going to use this brush to dip into the Chocolate Soleil bronzer, and I'm going to do a little bit of a light nose, just warming up the nose a little bit. I don't actually want to contour, I just want to add a little bit of warmth right about at the tip here at the edge of the eyebrow and then to the point of the nose. Just very, very lightly. I just run this down. And then even like a little bit, even into like the socket of my eyeball, like in that inner corner. I just kind of really like the way this looks, but it does sort of just like kind of change the shape of the eyes and the brows, and it makes the nose look a little bit more elongated, which I personally like. Then I'm going to go back in with a little bit more of that Born This Way translucent powder. I've put a little bit of it into the cap, and I'm picking up my Morphe contouring sponge. So great for baking, so I just use it all the time. I'm just going to press that into the powder and begin baking my jawline. So I'm actually going to start from the corner of the mouth and drag it all the way up to the top of my ear. Give yourself a little powder beard. And I also like to take whatever powder is left on the sponge and then just press it into the sides of the nose like that. To highlight our cheekbones, I am picking up some of my MAC Fix Plus. I'm just going to spritz the pointed end of the sponge, kind of get a little bit damp. The highlighter that we're going to be using today is the Becca Cosmetics Champagne Pop Highlight. I want to target my highlight right on the tops of the cheekbones, so let's start there. This really adds so much light to the face. Just a little on the tip of the nose and slightly in the center of the bridge. I kind of want to leave this part out, press it into this area. Also a little on the Cupid's bow. Also, to have a little bit of balance in the face, I don't want to be beaming from the cheekbones and the nose and the lip and then have the rest of my face completely matte. So I am going to press this highlighter just above the eyebrow. I do want this just to add some balance into the skin. I really, really love the way it shines right here in the front. Whew, that's so cute. So now that we are highlighted, I'm going to go ahead and take a fluffy brush. Let's use this one. And we're going to go ahead and dust off our bake. So now that we're all done with our face, I am ready to move on to eyeshadow. I'm going to go ahead and zoom you guys in really quick. Pew! Yeah, this should be good. I'm picking up here my Sigma E35. It looks like this. This is the Morphe x Jaclyn Hill Ring the Alarm palette. I can kind of show you guys here what it looks like. Ooh! Okay, so this is what the palette looks like. Then picking up another Morphe x Jaclyn Hill palette. This is part of the Vault collection. This is the Dark Magic palette. Out of this palette, I think I want to work with this brown shade and this brown shade. I want to dip into Mugshot. That's this one right here. And I'm going to start in the outer corner and begin buffing this shade all the way around the eye. Starting from the outer corner, and then as the product begins to leave the brush, I'm going to slowly maneuver the bristles closer and closer to the inner corner, and I'm working in window wiper motions as well as circular motions. Slowly but surely. The next shade I'm picking up is this one here called Siren on the same brush, and then just blending these two shades together and just deepening and darkening that first initial transition shade that we had laid down. And then just picking up a fluffy brush with no product on it, I'm just going to begin kind of fluffing these edges out just so I can get like that seamless buff that I really want to go for. And then next I'm gonna, ooh, wow, I cannot talk. Next I'm gonna pick up this brush here. This is the Sigma E25. This is a little bit more of a denser packing brush. Dip into Secret. And I want to press this into the outer corner and then just like tap, 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 tap. And I'm not actually gonna drag this shade all the way to the inner corner. I just want to like leave it on the outer corner. And then back with that first Sigma brush just to buff any harsh edges. So these shades are nice and smooth. Buff, buff, buff. And so now that we have our nice smoky transition fade going on here, I'm picking up this flat concealer brush. It definitely has been packed and caked up with a whole lot of concealer, which honestly, when doing a cut crease, this is what you want, because you want the brush to be almost firm and very dense, so that when you go to pat the concealer on the eye, you're going to get a much more precise cut with your crease, as opposed to if your brush is not saturated with the liquid concealers. And I'm going to take my concealer brush and just work the product into the brush. I'm going to start in the center, give it a couple of pats, work that to the inner corner, and then I want to look up so I get a stamp going on. I don't know if you guys can really see this. All the way just to about, I'd say, I'm going to dip into the Riviera palette by the Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is what the palette looks like. Open her up. This is what she looks like. And oh, there goes my brush. I want to choose this shade right here, pressing that shade right on top of our cut crease. Next thing that I want to do is take that dense defining brush here from Sigma. This is the E25. And I want to go back into the Ring the Alarm palette, back into the shade Secret. And then I'm going to begin to press this on the outer corner and begin to blend our cut crease with our smoky shades. Next, I'm taking some black eyeliner from NYX, and I'm just going to begin running this on my upper and lower waterline. This is the Slide On, Glide On, definitely a turn on jet black liner from NYX Cosmetics. And then going back into the palette, I want to pick up this shade here called, what is this? Mugshot? Yeah, this is Mugshot. And I'm going to begin buffing this shade from the outer corner all the way, I think, probably till about here. Not totally to the inner corner, but just about here. And I love the look of a super blown out lower lash line. This is super, super fun for me. I just want to take a little bit of this one here, Secret. And I just want to target this on the outer corner. I'm not going to take this all the way closer to the inner like we did with the last shade. So I want to stop and just keep it right here. So now that we have pretty much completed our eye look, I want to apply some mascara. I've really been loving the NARS Climax Mascara lately. I have this little mini version here that I purchased at Ulta. They do come in full size, but I purchased the mini first just to be sure to test it to see that I like it, and I do. I actually love it. Okay, so once you have all the cat hair picked out of your eyelashes, you're going to want to put some glue on there. And the glue I'm using is the adhesive that's included in the Eyelure box. This is what they look like. This is the style Opulent lashes. This is a 3-pack actually. I've gone ahead and I've applied my glue. I'm just kind of letting it dry and get a little tacky. And I'm going to go ahead and stick those lashes on, and then we'll be fluttering away. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ah, no, stop right now. Ooh. Now that we have our lashes on, I want to highlight the eyebrow bone and the inner corner of our eyes just to add a little pop and a little bright light effect. This is the Morphe X Jaclyn Hill palette, and I'm going to choose this light shade. Go ahead and use that shade to highlight the brow bones. For the inner corners of the eyes, I want to use this shade here. See how that really just brightens up the eyes and opens up the look so much more? It's just it's the little things. It's the little details. So that's good, good, good. I don't want to do gloss today. I think I want to just leave it matte because we do have a lot going on the eyes. I'm going to go off camera really quickly and I'm going to take my hair down and run a flat iron through it really quick. Just kind of clean it up a little bit so it's not so messy looking, and then I will be right back. Alrighty guys, so this is the finished look. I really like how this makeup look turned out. It's not too smoky, but it's not too toned down either. I like how we don't have any thick winged out eyeliner going on like you maybe traditionally would with a regular smoky cut crease. So this was fun for me to create. I really hope that you guys like it. And that's pretty much all for today's video. Thank you guys so much for spending some time with me today and for creating this really fun makeup look with me. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I love you so, so, so much. Thank you again for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye.